Hi everyone, welcome back. So today's video is going to be twofold. I have two things that I want to get done and they're all in preparation for Halloween. If you weren't aware, for the last few years I've done fairly elaborate group costumes. Last year we had, it was either a 6 or 7 person Batman, Robin, Harley Quinn, Joker, huge Batman universe basically costume. The year before, my friends and I did Guardians of the Galaxy, and then the year before that, I did Sailor Moon with my friend as Tuxedo Mask. So this is the 4th year I'm going to be doing something elaborate, and I think we've got something like 9 people involved in this group costume, and we're doing X-Men. So I'm going to be going as Mystique, and if you're familiar with the character, her movie version is very much the naked version of the costume. I'm not doing that one because number one, I don't have the body confidence to be walking down Church Street in Toronto naked except for body paint. And number two, Toronto's also very, very cold on Halloween, so I need something to keep me warm. Mystique in the comic books does have basically a full outfit, and I can get away with wearing a blue bodysuit underneath that outfit that will at least hopefully provide me with some warmth. So the two things I'm trying to accomplish today are, I need to figure out how to put in contact lens. Never done it before. I watched my brother do it in his teens and it was horrifying. I think it took him like 2 hours with many tears and red eyes to get that thing in. So I don't know how that's gonna go. And the other thing I'm going to be trying is blue face makeup. Now, I have done colored face makeup for Gamora when we did Guardians of the Galaxy, but it didn't turn out amazing. It was okay and certainly passable for Halloween, but I wasn't as pleased with it as I thought I could be. So it's been a few years. I'm gonna try some different products and hopefully they will work out better. Keep in mind, if you have suggestions, I really welcome them. But there's really only about a week until Halloween, so I cannot order anything from the internet if you think it's a good product, like if you want to help me out with this. So I have to basically be able to get my hands on it locally and conveniently, and there's not a whole lot of time left. So I'm going to start with the contacts first, because everyone says put your contacts in before you do your makeup. Makes sense to me, then you don't have like dirty hands, I guess. Although I am really concerned because my nails are longer than normal and I'm kind of worried I'm just gonna like scratch my eyeball. Anyway, so one of the benefits of being a blogger is that once you've been around for a while, you start to be able to reach out to different companies and ask them if they will provide certain pieces for costumes or posts or videos. So I reached out to a few contact lens places online, and the one that responded to me and sent me contact lenses is by Spooky Eyes. And they had a really good selection for Mystique, if you're not aware, and I wasn't aware until I started looking more into the character. She has yellow eyes, and I didn't want a solid yellow because I feel like that just looks super artificial. Now, not that blue skin is going to look very natural on me, but I wanted something that was going to be relatively similar to a normal eye color. So I found these ones on the Spooky Eyes website and they look like more of a natural yellow. It's kind of like gold and yellow flecks that somewhat replicate the way an eye looks. So I'm hoping these are gonna work out. So all details on what I'm using is going to be in the description bar below in case I get any names wrong while I'm filming this, because I am a little bit nervous. So I have a container to put them in afterwards. I have some contact lens solution to hopefully keep them hydrated because I will have to wear them again after this, obviously for Halloween. So I'm gonna zoom you in and let's hope this goes well. I am really hoping I stay in frame, but I'm more concerned about making sure I don't lose these contacts because these are the only ones I have. So if I pop out of frame, I'm sorry. All right, 2 little packages. I'm going to start with my right eyeball, I guess. God, what if this doesn't go well? All right, I have it on the tip of my finger. Ooh, butterflies, guys. This is actually really nerve-wracking. Ah! Nope, that didn't go on. Like, how can you tell if they flipped inside out? I tried to put it on that one time, and I don't know if it's facing the right way now. Oh, God. It keeps refolding every time This is weird too because it doesn't freak me out to touch my eyeball, but putting in a foreign object, it ain't natural. Oh, I got it in. It feels not right. Oh. I don't know if it feels not right because I'm not used to it or because it's flipped around. Whoa, I had to pull it out. I think that got flipped around. Ugh. God. People who wear contacts regularly right now are laughing their asses off at me. Whew. Okay, I flipped the lens around. I'm gonna try again. Okay, I got it in. Woo! Okay. I have one in. I'm waiting for this to feel natural, and it's not feeling natural. Like, I guess to me it feels like... It definitely feels like there's a veil over my eye. Is that normal? Okay, let's try the other one. I'm going to make sure that this doesn't get flipped around this time though, and hopefully that'll feel a little bit different. Oh, that one went on so much better. But there's so much like water, excess fluid in here that it feels really hazy. They feel the same, I think. This one's starting to normalize, but this one is still like, it's a bit cloudy because there's saline water in there that's not supposed to be, I guess. Okay, so that was intense. Man. I have to say I succeeded a little bit better than I thought I was going to. I mean, it was rough going for this eye particularly, but once I got into it, I mean, you just kind of get used to putting something floppy and wet in your eyeball. I'm really hoping the slightly blurred effect in my eyes goes away. I don't know if that's normal or not, or if it's because of the way that these contacts look. I mean, they are colored contacts. Maybe slight vision impairment is part of that. Anyway, I need to get on to trying blue face makeup, so let's get into that. Alright, so I'm not going to be doing too much with the eyes because I mostly just want to figure out the face. So first thing I think I'm definitely going to have to do is prime my face. So I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. This is the smoothing primer, so hopefully it'll help me lay down that blue color all that much more better. So let me know what you guys do for Halloween. Do you get really into it? Do you like dressing up? I love Halloween personally. I get really excited for this time of the year. October is my favorite month. I love honestly everything about Halloween. And I'm quite fortunate to have found friends that really get into Halloween as well, because although I've always been into the whole experience of Halloween, not a lot of friends in my past have really enjoyed dressing up in their adult lives. So I've kind of just been left celebrating with like horror movies and stuff. So I'm really excited now that I'm in my 4th year doing like massive group costumes, because I don't know, it's so much fun, especially when you get to see them all come together. Love it. All right, so the products I'm going to be trying out today are the MAC Paint Stick in Marine Ultra. Yes, Marine Ultra. And then to hopefully try to give myself some dimension after I've got this on, I'm going to be using the MAQ Pro FX color. It's basically just a cream color palette. I got both of these things at IMATS. So this is a gorgeous blue color that I think it's pretty close to matching my bodysuit. So we're just gonna slap that directly on. Last time I did face makeup, it was MAC, but I used God, I can't even remember the name of it now. It's one of those paint discs and you wet it. And it was okay, but I felt like it didn't act enough like foundation for me to be happy. It could lift in certain areas, and when you add in another layer, it kind of pulled the other layers off, so it could look really patchy. Alright, I put enough of this stick on. I'm going to try blending it out with this. Oh, I chopped up a Real Technique sponge that was due for the garbage, but I'm just going to see how this is going to work out. That's not really working. It's like pulling up the layer. It might actually be an idea to apply 2 layers, like apply a blue color as a base. Actually, let's try that. I'm going to try smearing this color around, and then I'm going to use a foundation brush to apply a 2nd layer. I will have to cover my ears and neck for actual Halloween, but I'm not going to do that today. One of the things that's concerning me about this costume is that my wig hasn't showed up. It was the first thing I ordered. I got it in September, middle of September on eBay. And it's from China, as most things are that are kind of costumey. all of my plastic wigs have definitely been from China. And it was the first item I ordered, and it's the only one that hasn't shown up, and yet it was the first supposed to arrive. So I'm kind of really annoyed by that. Luckily, my friend Allison, who was in our group costume last year, she went as Poison Ivy. She wore a really long red wig, so I messaged her today and was like, look, my wig hasn't shown up. Can you ship me yours from Ottawa? So she's sending that, and that'll solve my wig problems. Although watch, the one from China will also show up next week. Okay, so that's one layer sponged on. It actually feels really, really nice. Oh, this feels so much better than that paint disc I used last time. It's not transfer proof. I am getting some off on my fingers, but we'll try some powders later. But this feels like my skin. Okay, I'm gonna keep taking that paint stick and I'm going to try layering it on with they call these foundation brushes, but I tell you what, I never use this to apply my foundation. But I think it's going to spread the paint stick quite well. I swear I thought I had a fatter one. Yeah, here we go. I got two of them. So let's see how either of these works. I'm gonna start with the big one. So I'm just painting it directly onto the brush. My husband is actually out right now. It's Friday evening and he's out buying more pieces for his costume because he's going to be also in the group. He's going as Gambit. And this is kind of like the last weekend we can actually complete our costumes because I'm running a half marathon next weekend in Niagara Falls. So that kind of, not great planning on my part. It kind of steals a weekend away from us for planning. And if you do any kind of FX makeup and you see something that I'm doing that is not conducive with long wear, please let me know. I can't really go out and get a ton of products, as I think I already said, before Halloween, but I'm always keen to learn new techniques that, hey guys, if I'm doing it wrong, I want to know. Okay, so it feels pretty wet. Which I'm not keen on, but it is a cream product. So I'm gonna try to let this dry for a little bit and then come back to it. All right, so with this MAQ Pro palette, I'm going to try giving myself a little bit of contour for now, and then I'm gonna set everything with powder and see how it goes. Now I'm using black because I think it'll blend into the blue. It's lifting. That's not good. Okay. No, contouring is not really working for me. So as everybody says about this RCMA powder, this packaging is balls. So I'm gonna dump some into a lidded container. And I'm really hoping, like this is really white, I'm hoping that it doesn't dilute the color of this blue.
Like you've got a face full of cocaine.
All right, so now that I look absolutely ridiculous, I'm hoping that this just sets. I do feel like it's going to leave me with this very ridiculous white cast on my skin, but I'm going to try doing a little bit with the eyes, add some lips on, and just hopefully look a little bit more natural. I'm just gonna start with my Vizart Editorial Brights palette, and I'm gonna take these two blues and put them all over the lid, and then I'll put something darker in the crease just to give my face some dimension. Okay, blues are on. I'm gonna take some of MAC's Print and just put that through my outer corner and crease. And I'm going to add some print through my brows as well. Okay, I'm getting really nervous about this face powder, so let's try to take this off. I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush and try to brush it away. Oh, it's going better than I thought. I totally thought it was going to lift the layers of the powder off. Oh, it's mattifying it. That's really nice. Okay, now that I know that it comes off, I would totally let this bake for like 30 minutes just to make sure it soaked everything up. I can see a few patches in places, but honestly, like, this is not for a movie or something. I think it's good enough for Halloween itself. especially out on the street. Sorry, for those who are not aware, in Toronto's gay village, we shut down Church Street, and it's basically like come out in costumes or not and walk around, have fun, take pictures with people, and if you go really dressed up, people take a lot of pictures with you, so that's a lot of fun. Okay, let's give myself some mascara because I think my blonde lashes, well, they're blue right now, but they're sticking out to me. For the actual day, I would definitely add like wing liner, some huge false lashes, and I would definitely be filling in like the lower lash line. But for today, this is okay. Okay, that's good enough for eyes right now. Like I said, rough cut. I'm gonna do lips though, just to see how it looks. Sadly, Mystique has red lips, like really red lipstick lips. And I think that's gonna look strange with the blue, but let's hold true to the character. So I'm gonna first start off with my MAC Brick Lip Pencil. Okay, and over top of that, I'll be applying MAC's Russian Red Lipstick. Actually, the red looks better than I thought it would. I'll also have a bright red wig, so that will definitely help blend everything together. Okay, so let's find out if my face is even remotely transfer proof. This is the big thing, guys. The outfit that I'm wearing is going to have a, I guess it's a mock turtleneck that comes up to here and it's white. And I don't want to end up with like one of those sullied colors. All right, so tissue. Nothing came off! I mean, that's not like rubbing back and forth, but oh my god! Wow! This RCMA no color powder is no joke. I can't believe it. Okay, so now what happens if I rub it? Yeah, I get a little bit. Still, that's really impressive. All right, so that's it for my test run of my Mystique makeup. It went better than I expected. Sadly, the contouring stuff just wasn't working for me. It was definitely pulling the product back off. Let me know if you've tried it, if you have any thoughts. I would highly appreciate that. The contacts still feel artificial. Like, they are comfortable in my eyes. I don't really feel them that much, but there's definitely some sort of blurring around the edges of my eyes that I notice. I don't think it's too distracting. I think you can get used to it, and definitely for a costume event, like totally suitable, you'll be fine. It's just something that I wasn't expecting. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. And if you are interested to see the final product for my Mystique costume, as well as the entire group, I will have a blog post on it after Halloween is over, either the next day or, you know, once I've recuperated and a few days later. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!